Before we get started with today's video, we'd just like to offer you a free online evaluation of your property. If you're interested in knowing the value of your home, just go to vancouverhousevalues.net, fill out the form, and we will instantly email you out the value of your home. Just a quick reminder, if you get any enjoyment out of these videos, please either click a thumbs up to like the page, make a comment, or you could even subscribe to our YouTube channel. So April saw some changes happening in the market. Nothing dramatic. What we're starting to see, there's still plenty of sales out there that are almost the same as they've been all through the springtime. But what we're starting to see is inventories rise. There's more properties coming on the market. March saw a record number of sales, but it also saw a record number of new listings, 8,300 new listings in March, and then followed up by 7,900 more listings in April. Well, what this does, the first few months, literally when a house came on the market, wherever it would usually be the only game in town, and everybody would flock in to see this property. Well, now what we're seeing with more listings is now, instead of us getting 10 or 15 offers on the property, these crazy numbers, now we're seeing 2 and 3 and 4 offers. We're still seeing multiple offers, but just not as many on each listing. So getting back to sales now, April was the busiest April on record. March was the busiest month period on record, and I'm talking about for sales in the greater Vancouver area. Like I say, markets are still, these are still extreme sellers markets. I guess it's just unusual here because we're just so used to it being so busy all the time. We've gone from an extreme sellers market to a busy sellers market. If that makes any sense at all. When we're talking about multiple offers too, we're starting to see a few less multiple offer situations as well. As far as detached properties go, on the west side we saw 58%, east side 71%, Ladner 68%, Tawasin 48%, North Van 72%, and Richmond 56%. And then when we get to the condo townhouse market, less again, downtown 42%, west side 56%. These are the number of properties that received multiple offers on them before they sold. 65% on the east side, 54% in Richmond, 53% in Ladner, 31% in Tawasin. Tawasin has a fairly high inventory, and North Van at 65%. So these numbers of homes getting multiple offers are down, as are the amount of offers that come in under these multiple offer situations. So as far as price increases go over the last 90 days, and this is really interesting, the big winner out of the areas we're talking about, Ladner's up 18.1% in the last 90 days. If real estate was an exact science, if your house was worth $1 million 90 days ago, it's now worth 1.18. We all know real estate isn't an exact science, but we can use that as our measuring stick. The west side is up 6% in the last 90 days. East side 8.7%. These are for detached houses I'm talking. Richmond 12.5%, Tawasin 9.6%, and North Van 9.2%. These are unprecedented increases. We've never seen the markets increase with such so quickly. The condo market, 8.8% downtown. These are increase in prices. West side 5.7%, Richmond 7%, Ladner 8.9%, Tawasin 7.6%, and North Van 5.8%. So I wanted to just quickly touch on another subject here. People are always saying, I want to get into the market, but I don't want to get into a bidding war. How am I going to do that? Well, there is actually a way that you can do this. And how that would be is, what you would want to do is look for a property that has been on the market for more than 15 to 20 days and is still active for sale. My personal feeling is that if you've been on the market more than 10 to 14 days maximum right now, you are overpriced. That's the only reason you're on the market still, unless there are extenuating circumstances about the property that are unusual. So what will happen if you're going to need a realtor to do this, because when you search the listings on your own, it doesn't tell you the days on market. The listings that a realtor can provide you can show you how many days a property has been on the market. And if you look for those properties that have been there more than 15 or 20 days, maybe the seller is starting to accept reality by that point. Even though their listing is going to be overpriced, maybe they'll accept the property at market value. The flip side to that, in the worst case scenario, is you've got a stubborn seller who wants $200,000 more than the rest of the houses are getting in the area, and you might wind up beating your head against the wall. But that's the only way to avoid, and let me get back to the term bidding war. I wanted to address that earlier. I don't think there is such thing as a bidding war. And the reason I don't think there is, I mean, war is a word that may insinuate something else, but when there's multiple offers on a property, even if there is, it's not like there's an auction and people are putting up their hands and jumping over each other. They're treated as sealed bids. Everyone will be submitting their offer, and nobody else will know what your offer is, and you won't know what the other offers are. So when you're doing this, what I counsel buyers to do is make them the highest offer that you're prepared to pay for the home. And if you don't get it, then you just walk away from it and you move on to the next one. So to say that I don't want to participate in that, what's typically happening to you is the market's rising during that period anyway. Just go in, make them the offer that you're prepared to offer for the home. And if you get it, great. And if you don't, you move on to the next one. So the other things that I'm getting asked a lot about lately is, where is this market going? And nobody knows. Economists don't know, and realtors certainly aren't economists. We were not taught how to predict where the real estate markets are going. But this is typically the typical business pattern, and not that this year or the past 12 months have followed a typical business pattern at all, but the typical business pattern is from the start of the year. So the market will typically start to pick up around March 1st, and it will be pretty busy till the end of May, middle of June type of thing, and then it will slow down over the summer, and I'm talking for Vancouver. And the reason that's a pattern here is because it'll typically slow in the summer because the weather isn't nice here very often and people want to get out and do other things. So business will slow down a little in the summer, pick up again Labor Day, go through to November 1st, December 15th, and then slow down again till the middle of March. Now, this is a typical time of year where it's going to slow down a bit, and I think because of things that have gone on, we could see, as things open up, I think we could see the summer be a little slow, but there's no reason why this market isn't going to come back really strong through the fall, and we'll have a strong fall again. So if you have any other questions or would like an evaluation of your property, please let us know. We'll be back to do another video in a couple of weeks, and we really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this.